Mad Dogs, it's Madison and welcome back to my channel. I'm Madison Spincieri if you are new here, and today is a video that I actually didn't even think I was gonna make. It kind of came to me last minute. If you are new here, hi, I'm Madison. I've made several videos on my channel, like several, over half, that are Victoria's Secret and Pink hauls, that are videos talking about me working at Victoria's Secret or Pink, videos about me being a Pink campus rep, so literally everything. A lot of people really like that. Those videos get a lot of views for sure. It's been a huge part of my life since I started making videos. I started working at Victoria's Secret when I was a senior in high school, right after I turned 18, because you have to be 18 to work there, and I am now freshly 22, so 4 years actually. So the reason I decided to make this video was because December 18th, 2018 was my 4-year mark with the company working there, and I was like, it just feels weird. I'm like, I can't believe I'm 22 and like my college job or the job that I started when I was 18, I've still worked here for 4 years. Like that wasn't the plan at the beginning, and it's just like it's a long time to have a job this young, especially when it's like a job that you're having while you're in school and stuff like that. And so I guess like I was just kind of shocked by that. It just feels weird, even though I knew it was coming on 4 years. And then the month to the day to the year, that was my 4-year mark. The 18th, I actually was scheduled to work, and I was working that day. And it was like one of the worst days, actually. It was just so much going on at my store, and not even because like my coworkers or anything, or like the company or anything. It was just like a stressful day at work, and maybe I'll touch on that later, but I was like, oh my god, like, I don't know, I just thought I would make a video about it. Not that day specifically, but just my overall experience 4 years later, what I think, how I feel now. I made a video a couple years back, actually, when I was 2 years deep, I believe, talking about my experience working at Victoria's Secret, and it's definitely a different tone now. Back then, I like absolutely loved it, and I still like it, but it was definitely a different tone. So I'm just gonna get into the video. As always, if you like this video, you like how I say as always, like I always ask you to do this. I never ask you guys to do this. Please like the video if you liked it. Comment down below if you liked it. I would love to hear if you have questions or anything like that. Do those things. If you like me, check out my Instagram. I love Instagram. It is literally probably first or second of my favorite social media platforms. I love YouTube, and they kind of go back and forth. I love both Instagram and YouTube. So check out my Instagram. I would love if you did it. I'll leave it in the description. I'll put it on the screen. And without further ado, I'm just gonna jump into the video. So like I said, I started working here when I was 18, and it was a lot actually at first. I think, you know, December 18th, like Christmas is a huge season for them. Obviously, I had missed Thanksgiving and Black Friday, which are like another like crazy days for Victoria's Secret. But especially in December before Christmas, it's nuts there. So they kind of hired me. I had one group interview that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to go through a couple interviews, like one of them being individual, and you're supposed to get this like onboarding training, which is 4 hours, I believe, of them giving you like all the rules, explaining to you like dress code stuff, explaining to you like how to use cash wrap, how to do certain things, standards, whatever. I didn't do that. I was like thrown into folding panties my first shift for 4 hours, and that absolutely was so annoying, and which is fine, like that is part of the job. I'm not saying it's annoying. I mean, it was just I didn't want to do that, but whatever. And that's the thing, it's like I thought I was only going to work there seasonally that winter, and it ended up being a lot longer obviously, but that's what my intention was. So I'm like, okay, this sucks, but whatever. And it's overwhelming, and that's actually, so I have a list of pros and cons, and I'm just kind of reflecting. I got that phone 2 days ago. Okay, I got my phone. So I'm pretty much just reflecting on 4 years working there and how my attitude is now, especially, I'll link that video down below where I'm talking about my experience at the 2-year mark. So yeah, it's been a while since I filmed that video. Basically in that video though, a lot of the positive feelings I have toward it are a lot of the positive feelings I have in that video are definitely involving like my coworkers, because I love my coworkers. I love some of the girls I used to work with, and a lot of the girls that I work with now. It's been a great experience working there for the most part, honestly. The only like negative things are sometimes they are with coworkers, and then sometimes it's just when I get like really burnt out, like after working a ton, which would be any job, not just this job, and then just like and then the other thing is sometimes just customers, oh my god. And that's any retail job, so it's not Victoria's Secret specifically. but we'll go into that later. So I guess I'll just get into the list. I kind of explained to you, you know, the background. Started working there when I was 18, very last minute, didn't go through training, kind of just thrown into the mess right off the bat. And when I say mess, I just kind of mean just it's a fast-paced environment, and there's so much to learn. And I think that is the most overwhelming part when you first go into it. And I think that's why a lot of the time I've seen kind of a quick turnaround with certain people working there. I don't even think I should say some of the stuff I'm saying in this video because I don't want to make the company look bad, but I don't think it makes them look bad. It's just the truth. Like, there are some quick turnaround with associates, but because I think it is so overwhelming and there's a lot going on, it's fast paced, and I think it's just like hard to get a grip on things when you're new and you're trying to figure out what's going on, and you have to try to, I don't know, I think we try to work on being very welcoming as like older associates, or associates that have worked there longer is what I mean, not like older in age, but like if you've worked there for a longer time, it's kind of better to kind of, you know, embrace new people to kind of help them not be so overwhelmed. I was very quiet and I was definitely overwhelmed, but I'm like, you know what, it's seasonal, let's do this. Show up to work, don't talk to, like, I literally did not talk to anybody when I first started working there. I was silent. You know, I'd fold panties for 8 hours, 4 hours. It was so awkward. They had me restock the bags and the gift cards the first shift at the end of it after I folded panties for like 3.5 hours, the last 30 minutes. They're like, okay, restock these things. I didn't know anybody at the cash wrap, so I'm like, sorry, like putting stuff in there, and they're like trying to ring and it's super busy and everyone's like, who the heck is this, you know? Super awkward. I did not like that, but I think that's kind of the issue. And once you get used to everything, it's cool, it's fun. Pretty much like a lot of the new people that I'm like, I mean, I don't train them or anything, but like I'll help them, you know, figure out where I'm always just like, if you guys have questions, let me know. It is super confusing. Like, seriously, customers can't really even self-shop there for the most part, especially in the Victoria's Secret side, because everything looks like, all the bras look the same, even though there's so many different aspects of them. The organization is crazy of like the store, and I just feel like, you know, same thing as a customer might not be able to figure out where something is or not know exactly what things are. That's probably how it is, you know, for a new hire. And I remember that I'd be like, oh my gosh, like doing go backs, like all the stuff in the fitting rooms that people didn't want, and then they would give me a bag of go backs to put away. I'd have to like look at all the tags, look at the fixtures, and so it's a lot. But that's basically what like bra certification is. And I'm just gonna go into my pros and cons list, because I think if I keep talking, I'm not gonna hit I'm gonna hit things like in a string, and it's not gonna be as organized, if that makes sense, in my long rant. So I have my list on my phone. So first of all, pros. The top thing I have is it's a good college job. A lot of the time when people are like, why do you still work there? Like, it's so long. It's a really good college job. I mean, I guess end of high school, but a lot of the time it's more like college and older people working there, because you have to be 18. But 18 and older, not everybody goes to college. So it's been good for me while being in school, because they're really flexible with hours, which is so awesome. And I really do like that, and I highly recommend to people. That's like the super nice thing. I mean, there's not much to say to that. Like, they work with your schedule. It works out really good. So that's basically great for if you're in school or you have another job or other commitments. That's a great place to look into working. And room to move up, that's another thing. I haven't really moved up at all, to be honest with you. I started as a seasonal, and then I moved up to like a generalist, where I'd do like cash wrap and stuff like that. And then I moved up to being like somebody who's a seller, and so that's what I do now. I really like my position. I like being able just to, pretty much my only responsibility is to sell to customers, and also like obviously I have to recover the room and shut it down if I'm like there toward closing time, and do other things like that. But that's basically my main responsibility, and I really like that. There's people who have worked there the same amount as me who are managers now, but that was never going to work out, because A, I think they think I'm irresponsible, and B, also, like, I don't have the schedule for it by any means, and I think I know that I'm like really happy where I'm at, because I want to be able to take a lot of time off if I need to, or I want to be able to just not have to worry about anything. So I really like it doing like that, because I like helping customers, I like selling, I like always goal myself to sell, you know, hit certain numbers. So that's fun for me. Obviously it's not to the point where I'm just like throwing stuff in customers' face, because I'm the exact opposite, and that's something I don't like about some of the training that we have with like add-ons and stuff, like it's important to show them stuff that you think that they might like, but I am the kind of person who hates being pushy, so that's not a plus. I don't know, even if it's like the customer doesn't think I'm being pushy, I feel like I'm being pushy sometimes, so I'm like, I don't even want to do that. So I'm pretty just, I get them what they need, I can show them stuff that like the matchback panties, whatever, but I'm not like, here's like 8 other things, like here's a perfume, get the card, do this. And so that's not me. Some people, it works out super well for them, and like it's not a bad thing if it's a good recommendation and the customer's like, wow, I didn't even know you had this, or you know, whatever, and they like it, and that's fine. But if you're just being annoying, like here's like 6 outfits, like buy all of them. Like obviously that's not gonna work. So I don't even know where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? I don't even know, but I do like selling. It's a lot of fun. I love talking to people. I love being in the middle of the store. I don't really like being stuck in one place like cash wrap. I don't like being stuck in places like the fitting rooms. I like to kind of move around and do whatever. So that's a lot of fun, and just, yeah, interacting with customers, and that's a lot of fun for me. Oh yeah, and then the next thing that I have, they pay us really good at Victoria's Secret. Even people who are new hires are paid above minimum wage in Colorado, and that's just all I know. And like obviously I'm not gonna say like specific numbers, but it's not like right on minimum wage, or it's not like a teeny bit above. It's actually like pretty good. Like what I make hourly is more than that even. Like I moved up a little bit every year pay wise, and so that's been super awesome, and that's what I really do admire about L Brands and Victoria's Secret. Like that is a really good thing. I don't know about all the positions across the board, but I do believe like even like managers are paid pretty good. I don't know for sure, like honestly I don't know, but I'm pretty certain, like just if you looked it up online you wouldn't find like specific numbers, I don't think, but you would find it's good. Like that's all I gotta say about that. I get paid super well for like my age, my experience. The fact that I've like just gotten like little baby raises is so awesome. So I love that because it's added up to being great. Like now that I'm, you know, still in college, still just working there, doing the same thing, I'm getting paid like more than I would probably any other retail job. For the most part, I don't know about everywhere, but like I know when I worked at PacSun, they're bankrupt, so like I don't know, but it was not nearly as good. And kind of piggybacking off of that, our discounts are so awesome. They're great, like 10 out of 10 recommend at Victoria's Secret, because American Eagle I'm pretty sure is better, because I have a friend that works there and she's told me about their discounts. I think theirs are better if you're buying like the American Eagle like clothes and stuff like that. Ours is super great too, so like I don't hate on Victoria's Secret. Like they do good. They give us like even like higher discounts for certain days of the year near holiday, which is super cool. If you're in pink you get such a clutch discount, and I love that. Sorry, someone texted me. So yeah, I 1000%, and they like do gratis. That was the next thing on the pros list. After good pay I have gratis. I think Ulta has this, but I know Sephora has gratis, and I don't know about other stores. Let me know in the comments below if you work anywhere else and you guys get gratis. But basically if we come out with a new bra or a new product, we get a free one a lot of the time, or it's like a really low buy-in. We get like free beauty products and stuff, but like for instance like you can get something for like $5, you know, whenever like retail value is like 400x that, you know what I mean, like 400% more, or times, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's like astronomically more if you had to pay full price, and then we get it for like $5 or like $10 or 15 or whatever. Like buy-ins can be awesome. Like leggings are like 60 and they can let us have a gratis buy-in, which is totally optional, obviously, for like 20. And even the free ones are technically optional. There's been times like I just forget about it. We have it like every month they put out something new, so that's really cool too, because I think it gives employees a great opportunity to try out products, so then we could talk to customers about it, which is awesome. You get like a new hire gratis, which is specific to people who work there. You have to work there for like a while, you know, you can't just get it after working there one day, because then people would probably get it and quit. But yeah, really cool. Love that about Victoria's Secret. It's definitely a pro. And then another pro for me, and this might not be a pro for everybody, is how fast-paced the environment is. I personally love that, because when it's slow I am so bored, and it is mind-numbing to be there. I hate it. But when it's fast-paced, it's a lot of fun. For me personally, it makes my job and my day go by way faster, and it makes everything just more fulfilling. I don't know, I just hate when it's slow. So I really like that it's a fast-paced environment. It's a really busy store, especially during holidays, but like during semi-annual sale, we have that twice a year. During back to school, it's really busy. Sometimes around Valentine's Day it's kind of busy, so I really like that aspect of it. It's always busy on the like Saturdays, like on the weekends, so I really like that part about it. But some people might not like that. Some people might like a more slow-paced environment. And then the cons, we're just gonna go right into it. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below. I'll answer any questions that maybe I didn't touch on, but it's just kind of my reflection after 4 years. Retail hours suck, and I understand that certain jobs, their hours probably suck more, and this is what you would expect. But, you know, working on Thanksgiving, not my favorite. Working on Christmas Eve, not my favorite. And just like, pretty much the only days we're closed are Easter and Christmas Day. Easter and Christmas Day are the only days we're closed. And every other day we're open, which is whatever. It kind of sucks, like when you work on like Mother's Day or Father's Day or whatever. And, you know, Thanksgiving, that sucks. I'm lucky because my family's close. They live close to where I work, so I can do like lunch with them and then go to Brandon's family's house and then still make it to work and get to see everybody, which is awesome. It's worse for other people who live far away and might not be able to get to go to their family stuff, but it's, you know, like that's the day customers want to shop for Black Friday. They want to shop Thanksgiving night, so I totally get it. But it does suck, like going, like I've gone on like a 7-day stretch where they've scheduled me and it's allowed because the weeks line up where I've worked 3 or 4 days in 1 week in a row, and then right when the next week starts, that Sunday is 3 days. So 4 and 3 and 4 and 3, it's 7 days in a row, technically like a week straight. And that was annoying. I did not like that. I woke up Christmas Eve night in the middle of the night at 2 in the morning and then like panicked because I thought I was like gonna be late for work, but it was Christmas Day, so I don't have to work. But just going that much in a row, and I understand it could be way worse. This is probably first world problems, but you know what? Going to school, doing that, and trying to do all the other things in your life, it can be overwhelming. So that's the only like con that I've found, and that's what I was saying earlier. Sometimes I do get burnt out on it, and then I just need to take a few days off, which is cool. Like I work part-time, so it's not like I have to work 40 hours every week, you know? So, wow, I had a big saliva build up there. So that's been the thing that sometimes is annoying, just like getting burnt out with like retail hours, especially during certain seasons. And like with Victoria's Secret, it's Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, like all the holidays, and then we go straight into semi-annual sale, so it's just like boom, 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 like craziness. So yeah, it'll be good when I'm not in college anymore and doing that, because that's been like, I guess the overwhelming thing is basically working 7 days a week. I don't know if I've talked about this in videos, because I talk about it in real life all the time, because it's so stressful. I work every Saturday and Sunday, and then 5 days out of the week I'll have school, and then work after school some nights, and then do the other 2 things that I do for money outside of work, and try to do YouTube and homework. Like, it's definitely a lot, and so I kind of got burnt out on it that way as well. I mean, you can kind of get burnt out on things doing the same thing for so long, and I've done this for 4 years. And just 7 days a week of nonstop, not just work, obviously. Like, I'll have days off of work and only have school and homework that day, but then some days I like babysit, and then the other days I work on being like a digital marketing assistant for people, and that's like remote work. But still, it's a lot. But I just got tired talking about all that. Oh, and then the next thing that I have after it just being like tiring, you can get burnt out on it, and just retail hours. Like, it's what you can expect. I mean, certain jobs are worse hours in retail, certain jobs are better hours. And like if you work at a bank, oh my gosh, you know, you work like 9 to 5, half days on Saturdays, you're closed on Sundays, and like all the major holidays. That's super nice. So like you kind of have to go into a job knowing what it's going to be if you're particular about stuff like that. But the next thing that I have on the list is, I just wrote T, but it can be drama in the work environment, especially when it's all girls, which typically it is at Victoria's Secret. Like in my store, I don't know. It obviously is going to vary. I know boys work at different Victoria's Secret locations, and we've had boys work there before. But most of the time it's majority girls, and you know, sometimes it's like we were on a good stride for a while, and then we have some people that just want to stir the pot. Yeah, there is like just sometimes like stupid drama, but it's never been anything like crazy. I wish I could tell you guys some of the stupid stuff that's happened at my job, but I can't. I think I would get fired if I did, so maybe not, but I don't think I should anyways. Oh, I wish. It's so funny. So yeah, that's a whole other story, but yeah, tea, that's the annoying thing, but you could find that anywhere. Like I said, you can find that at co-ed work environments, all boy work environments, probably all girl work environments. I think it just depends. Yeah. And then the next thing, oh, I touched on this at the beginning, that it's really overwhelming at first, just learning about, like, gaining the product knowledge, getting used to the fast-paced environment, getting used to, I have like 40 people that work at our store or something crazy like that, and just, you know, getting to know everybody and all of it. It's a lot to get used to, so it can be overwhelming at first. If you're the kind of person that doesn't like that, probably not the thing for you. If you can thrive in that kind of environment and can just jump on it and learn really quick, then yeah, you totally can. Even if you're not even a quick learner, if you have a supportive environment, you could totally do it. And then another thing that I don't love is just like the stigma surrounding the company, the employees, the brand, which some of it is well deserved. People have had negative experiences shopping at the company or shopping with the brand, like Victoria's Secret and Pink, and people have had negative experiences with the employees, so like I get it, but you know, like majority of the people that I've worked with, like probably 99% of the people I worked with are so awesome. Like my location has pretty good reviews for the most part, I'm pretty sure, just because we're great there. I have no, like, I can't go off about any of my coworkers. Everybody does great, and so sometimes when I hear about like negative things said, sometimes customers have told me from other stores they've shopped at in person, and then I've seen certain things online, so I totally believe it. I'm not saying it's not true, but I think for one bad person, there's like 30 great employees. I'm not even exaggerating. I think, and that's what's disappointing, and maybe I'll talk about this in another video. I don't really want to go into this with those whole transphobic, like plus size shaming comments that were made by people in corporate in an interview that they could, you know what I mean? They could have not said that stuff, and they chose to say that stuff very publicly. Pisses me off because there's so many great people that work in the brand, for the brand, in corporate, in the stores, like that are so beyond the opposite of that. And like a girl that used to work in my store that works at another store now, I like follow her on social media, so I saw her reply to quote tweet some of the ones that Gigi Gorgeous made about, you know, her issues, which is fine. Like I understand where she's coming from wholeheartedly, but like my coworker was, you know, saying like there's so many people working in the stores that hate everything that guy said, because we don't like stand for stuff like that. We would help literally anybody and everybody and want, you know, all the customers to have good experience, no matter, you know, what the size is, like, you know, what their sexual orientation is, if they're transgender or not. Like that's just, and you know, we have done that, and it's just super annoying that it makes it look like we all stand for that, because we don't. We, you know, work our asses off to make customers experience, because of this stigma especially, good. And so I hate that, but I totally understand where it comes from. But like at the same time, and that's what like even if I see somebody come into the store that's kind of like a little bit standoffish, a little bit shy because they're overwhelmed or they're intimidated, or you know, they believe some of these stigmas or they've had bad experiences before firsthand, I try everything. And you know, it's always a great like experience in the end, because they connect with me or they connect with all of the coworkers that I know that are so awesome, that are just the complete opposite of all that stuff. And so they end up having a great experience. Like I've had so many customers be like, oh my gosh, like I was so shy and you helped me so much, or you made my experience so great, or whatever, you know, like I turned it around for them. And so we do that, and I think it's overshadowed by some of the crappy stuff because that person was so public and they're so high up in the company. I guess I said I'm gonna talk about this in another video, and the worms, can of worms I opened one. What is that Drake lyric? Worms, I just opened up a can of those. Worms, I just opened up a can of those. That's what I was trying to, I think that's what I said. Maybe I didn't say it. Yeah, literally though. That's what I feel about that. I actually didn't want to go into that in this video, but I did want to touch on the whole stigma thing because I understand it, and I think that's something I didn't even probably address in my last video. I don't really want to get in trouble for this video, so I'm not going to say anything else about that, but I just wanted you guys kind of to know my standpoint on it. And then the last con I put on there is panties, which is so funny because that's probably the worst part. Like, anything with recovery, like you have to fix the things that fell on the floor that were hanging up, or like the folds that got messed up and things like that. That's normal. That's to be expected with retail. I'm not gonna complain about that. Our store does get pretty messed up because we're so busy, but panties are just, and maybe that's why L Brands pay so good hourly, because the panties are they're the biggest nightmare most of the time. Sometimes it's kind of like therapeutic, just like color ordering them and then just folding them. Sometimes it's kind of nice because when it turns out good, it looks beautiful. So I don't know how many videos I finished like this where I'm kind of doing it vlog style at the end of it, because the rest of it didn't make it in a video because my camera stopped recording. Surprise, surprise. Love when that happens. But yeah, it missed the end of it. Pretty much I was just talking about how panties are annoying, but whatever, that's part of the brand. That's the tea. Like, half of our, like, everything is panties, whatever. So yeah, that was pretty much the last con that I was just finishing up. Just kind of finished off the video that I thought I recorded that I still highly recommend. Okay, if I can get my hair to stop touching my hair. Basically finished off the video saying that I highly recommend working for the company because I've had such a great experience overall. I loved, you know, it's a great environment, or it's a great environment. It is a decent environment. It's a good place to work while you're in school if that's what you're looking for. It's a good place to work if you want to move up. It's a good place to work if you like the Victoria's Secret in pink, because you get awesome discounts. So 10 out of 10, pretty much still recommend. I'm just ready for something new in my life now that I'm nearing, you know, my last semester of college. I'm about to begin my last semester of college. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm ready for something new. I'm kind of just moving on with my life, but that's the only thing. Obviously, I still love the brand. I'm still gonna shop Victoria's Secret in pink probably forever. But yeah, there's no tea or anything really. I mean, there's tea, but I can't say any tea online. That's like bad. But yeah, so I love you, Mad Dogs. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. If you made it to the end, definitely drop a comment for me. Leave me a like so my video gets circulated more. That's what I hear happens. Check out my Instagram if you want to, because I post some good pics there. My friend Melody takes the best pictures ever, and I'm gonna keep putting more of those into my feed, so check it out. It's Maddie Spencieri. And yeah, let me know if you have any comments down below. I hope this was a good reflection. If you do have more questions, let me know so then I can answer them and maybe do a continuation if this wasn't the best reflection after 4 years. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you, Mad Dogs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.